Leinenkugel has made a name for itself over the last several years with an assortment of shandies. The summer shandy started it out, but the company has since branched out into other variations, including the Leinenkugel Harvest Patch Shandy. However, does this shandy take it too far? Find out now on Two Dudes Reviews. What up, guys? Yeah, today we will be diving into the Leinenkugel Harvest Patch Shandy. And I guess I'll just crack right open while I keep talking. I don't know how I'm going to feel about this because Leinenkugel's really kind of gone headfirst into the shandy game. You know, once it got that success with the summer shandy, it's just been non-stop shandies. And I mean, shandy is, you know, it's kind of like the shandy rattlers. It's like the original beer cocktail. You know, basically a juice, lemonade, ginger ale, something, and beer. This is a German Weiss mixed with honey and other natural flavors. The thing is, you don't really have pumpkin juice, so I don't know how this is going to mesh. I have a feeling it's either going to be kind of bad or not a real shandy, you know, because since, you know, you have your pumpkin beers with a little bit of spice seasonings in it, and I enjoy a good pumpkin beer this time of year. I think it's a nice segue from the lighter summer beers into the fall before you get into the heavier stuff for the wintertime. I just don't know how that's going to translate to this shandy. And so I have some reservations going in. I'm just going to say that straight up to be fair. Because there's some shandies that they do that I just not a fan of. And even their summer shandy to me tastes more like just super sugary imitation lemonade. But, you know, I don't know. So we'll see how this goes. I have absolutely no idea if I'm going to like it or not. But alright, I got it poured. Super cloudy, but that's the shandy thing. So alright, let's get into the smell. You do get you can smell the wheat beer to it. But initially on the nose, it kind of smells like most of their other shandies. It doesn't have the super bright smell of like their berry shandy, whatever it's called. That one's just like super fruity. It doesn't have the fruitness to it. But you do get that weediness. I'm still kind of smelling some lemon. I'm not getting any pumpkin aromas. And come on, this time of year, that's all you smell is pumpkin. Every candle, every store, it's all pumpkin into cinnamon into nutmeg, whatever. That's all you smell. So it should be easy enough to pick up. But I'm not. I think I'm getting a little bit of clove. I think that's coming up. To me, clove is more of a winter beer, you know, spice. But if it works, it works. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't smell unappealing. I'll say that. I mean, it does. It smells like it could be an interesting beverage, and it's not off-putting. It just doesn't smell like pumpkin at all. It says with honey. I'm not smelling honey. I'm really getting kind of a wheat, lemony, shandy beer with clove. But I don't know. I am going to recommend it on the smell. It doesn't smell bad. It smells interesting. It just doesn't smell like a pumpkin thing. But it's not off-putting yet. Hopefully it's not when I taste it. But alright, I'll recommend it on the smell. And now here's for the taste. Okay. You do have kind of a pumpkin pie taste to it. You get some pumpkin. You do still have that clove. Still not getting the honey. Which is weird because, you know, it's got a picture of the pumpkin on the bottle. It doesn't actually say pumpkin on it. It just says Harvest Patch with honey and natural flavors. I'm not getting any honey. I do get that pumpkin pie flavor to it, but it's... I don't think this works as a shandy. I think if you were to take that pumpkin pie flavor and mix it with, you know, your standard brown ale or even a red, I think that would go so much better than a shandy. Leinenkugel is so hung up on the dang shandies that it's going more for, you know, trick you into buying this versus we're going to make this taste pretty good. I mean, it's not like terribly tasting. You know, if you're looking for the pumpkin pie-ish flavor, you're getting that, but I just don't think your shandy-esque thing and the pumpkins, they're just not going well together. It's a shandy traditionally is like a summer beverage, and when you're moving into the fall, you're moving away from that summer beverage, and I'm just, especially, you know, this is, you know, pride of Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. You're gonna want something a little heartier than a shandy, and it's just, this tastes like something that you'd find in like the Southwest during, you know, the end of the summertime where it's still 100 degrees out. But this, it's just, if you're looking for like a shandy in the fall time, you're probably not. But if you are, this isn't terrible. It has some of the pumpkin-y flavors in it, but it feels more like, it's more gimmicky by tacking it onto a shandy. It feels forced. And if I was rating it for just a different kind of shandy to try, maybe. But I'm not going to recommend it for a pumpkin beer because it's just, the styles don't go well together. And so I'm not gonna, for that reason, I'm not gonna recommend it as a pumpkin beer for this time of year. There's other pumpkin beers I think will be better, so I will not recommend it on that. Okay, category 3 is value for price, and you know, it's, you know, basically what you're gonna pay for any other Leinenkugel, which isn't that bad. It's, I don't know, you can buy a single for less than $2, and it's just, so you know, it is what it is. It's not a bad price, so I'll recommend it for value for price. Alright, category 4 is distinction. How distinct is it? And I mean, I guess it is technically distinct. Yeah, I've never seen a pumpkin shandy before. There's probably a good reason as to why I haven't seen that, because again, you're not drinking pumpkin juice. So I don't know. The combination kind of perplexes me. It's just like, why? You don't need to turn that into a shandy. Just do a regular, whatever. So it is distinct in that you're probably not going to find too many other pumpkin shandies out there. In terms of a pumpkin beer, it's not that great for a pumpkin beer. I'm going to give it a half for that just because you don't find pumpkin shandies. So, I mean, if you're really into a shandy, give it a whirl. If you're not, or if you're past the shandy thing coming into October and later, skip it. So, yeah, I'll give it a half on that. Next category is drinkability. Let's give this another swig. I mean, yeah, it's fine if you're out tailgating for a sporting event and you want something that's not super heavy as it gets colder out, but you still kind of want that, be able to drink a good amount and yet still kind of have that pumpkin-y flavor to it, sure. Okay, I'll go for that with drinkability. I mean, it's a shandy. You're not going to have too much problems with that. So yeah, okay, I'll recommend it for drinkability. And alright, last category is, would I buy it again? And flat out, no, I will not be buying it again. It's like a new thing now where if somebody likes pumpkin drinks or anything this time of year, they're basic, which I think is kind of the point where it's almost basic to call somebody basic for liking pumpkin stuff. I have no problems with liking pumpkin anything. It's this time of year. But force feeding a seasonal pumpkin thing onto a shandy, that is basic. Because now you're not doing it for taste or anything. You're just doing it because you've tricked people into buying your shandies, and that's probably, I don't know how the percentage of sales for Leinenkugel, but summer shandy probably makes up the vast majority of sales. I would guess that it outsells all the other beers combined. Which is too bad because Leinenkugels used to be pretty, decent, but then once they went the route of the shandy, it's just kind of falling apart. So yeah, I'm going to give this the basic rating, and I'm not a fan of that terminology for pumpkin, just calling somebody basic for liking pumpkin stuff. But this is just combining a shandy with pumpkin stuff, at least in this instance, is not working for me. So yeah, I will not recommend it. I will not be buying it again. But alright, that is my review of Leinenkugel Harvest Patch Shandy. If you like it, more power to you. Let me know in the comments. If there are other pumpkin beers or seasonal beers for the fall that you like, let me know as well. And so for now, for myself and Leinenkugel, I keep on seeing West Harvest Patch Shandy. Take it easy.